It's the Recruiting Roundup powered by Rock and Refuel Varsity. We're going to do things a little bit differently this time. It's mini camp over at Glendale Community College. So Jason Jewell joins us via Skype today. We're going to talk about a bunch of commitments over the past week, plus some offers, and talk about some guys at the southwest portion of the state we haven't mentioned before. Jason, let's talk about these commitments off the top, starting with the trio of Saguaro SaberCats that are headed to ASU.
Yeah, they did something that I've never seen before at Saguaro High School. We had 3 players commit to the same college, all from the same class on the same day. So you got Kyle Soley, Jared Poplowski, and Corey Stevens, all from Saguaro, all committed to Arizona State last week. Big haul for the Sun Devils. They're very excited, and they should be, all 3-star level type prospects that had multiple big-time college-level offers. Big get by ASU.
Breaking down each of them individually just briefly, starting with Soley, they see him more as on the defensive side, even though he's a two-way player, correct?
Yeah, he was a tight end and outside linebacker last year at Notre Dame Prep High School, and he was probably the most heavily recruited of the bunch. He had 17 scholarship offers, most recent being from Washington State, also had Cal, Boise, and Utah. So he was the most heavily recruited player of those 3, but Poplowski was right there behind him. He had offers from Illinois and from Colorado, another big-time guy. And then Stevens just added that Arizona State offer, was his second at the Power 5 level if you add his offer from Louisville. But what happened was he plays left tackle for Saguaro. Coach Mons put some tape together of him playing center, which is what ASU sees him playing there in Tempe.
Good stuff. Congrats to the Sun Devils on a great haul from Saguaro High School. Another commitment that we did not get to, we just missed it last week on the Roundup, was history being made over at American Leadership Academy, right, Jace?
Yeah, there's never been a Division I football player at American Leadership Academy out in Queen Creek. They're going to have their first in tight end, D-end, Donovan Hanna. He was offered by BYU recently, turned around and committed very, very quickly. Now, when I look at a player like Hanna, I think he's just a blank canvas. He has all of the tools, but he's very, very raw. He's a guy that's about 6'6" and weighs 220 pounds, plays on both sides of the ball, and he's a very good basketball player who averages double digits in both points and in rebounds.
And Jason, one more commitment to get to. James Caroland, another long snapper. He's committed to a Division I program.
Yeah, the Boulder Creek long snapper got offered by Bowling Green, turned around and committed very, very quickly. Now, we have 3 Division I long snappers in the state of Arizona. When you add in Carolyn with the Bowling Green commitment, Adam Higuera and Adam Bay out at Desert Ridge High School. So 3 big-time guys, at the long snapping at that position. And
not just long snappers, Jason, but specialists in general. We're seeing kickers getting recruited like we've never seen out here. The specialists have really become somewhat of a target point when schools and especially major programs are traveling to Arizona.
Yeah, you look at, the top kickers in the state, each of the last 2 years committing to SEC programs, with Brandon Ruiz from Williamsville committing to Alabama recently. And then last year, Desert Vista's Connor Culp pledged and signed with LSU.
Good stuff. And now, Jason, let's get into some of the offers. And there was a first offer for a young man down in Yuma that we're going to be talking about for the first time here.
Yeah, Mark Walton is a big tight end, kind of an unheard of kid at Cibola High School, but a big, long, rangy tight end, 6'5", 220-pound kid that can also play defensive end. He got his first offer from South Dakota State. And there's another kid down in that Yuma area, Daniel Callender, a Yuma Catholic. Doesn't have an offer yet, but another 6'6", 220-pound guy that plays basketball that I think will end up getting Division I offers.
And, Jason, there's a few more offers that happened in the last week. Let's start with, there was 5 overall. Let's start with Jalen Harris adding another Pac-12 offer.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and I'll rattle off all those names. So Jalen Harris, got that offer from Colorado, another Pac-12 offer for him. Basha wide receiver Terrell Brown was offered by Utah State. He's up to 6 offers now. Sam Pepper, a linebacker at Chandler, was offered by Cornell, and there's a slew of Ivy League offers. You add in Andrew Nichols, the Centennial DN, was offered by Penn, and Jack Patterson, the offensive tackle from Hamilton, was offered by Princeton.
And Jason, to wrap it up here on the Roundup, you were all over the place, all over the state, covering passing leagues, big man challenges, and also during spring ball. I got your opinion after spring ball. Who was like a sleeper team or a team that stood out to you? Let's now focus on the passing league teams that you saw. Who is a team or two that you think could be under the radar going into this fall, purely just based on what you saw out there at the passing leagues?
Yeah, I went to a ton of the 7-on-7 tournaments. The big Because they all kind of stood out. Mountain Point, Chandler, Saguaro, Hamilton, all did a very, very good job. But two teams that kind of always crept in there, were in the Elite Eight, won a couple tournaments, were Maricopa and Higley. I think those two teams did a great job in that 7-on-7 portion. Now let's see, when the pads are on, when real football is being played, let's see if it translates to some wins for them on Friday nights.
That's Jason Jewell via Skype. My name is Jared Cohen. This has been the Recruiting Roundup, powered by Rock and Refuel Varsity.